Welcome back to Eat More Football. We are opening up Season 2, Episode 1. We hope you had a great off season. Yeah, we got some cheers in the
Oh
background.
yeah.
We're excited to be back
Our
for
live
a
studio
new
audience.
live
Yes.
studio audience. Yes, sir, that is correct. All three, I believe, us included. So there we go. But we sure this will reach the masses as we publish this year. But we're excited to have you guys along with us for another year of exciting hot takes, sometimes ridiculous takes, kind of like Georgia being number one again this year. And we'll go from there. But we're excited to be back. Me, TJ, Noah, your regular crew, year two.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
do this thing.
Yes, let's do it. So, as is always stated, we are the show that satisfies your cravings for hot takes. We try to keep this as fun as possible. I have a lot of fun doing it. I know the rest of us do. So, we're ready to get started, definitely. So, let us get started with This Week in Sports. All right, NFL preseason. We have
Go
all our
Bucks.
go Bucks, exactly. Go Bucks.
Blue
Well,
ball.
hold on. Duval.
Blue
There's a new team
ball.
in Florida that's trying to make a push. I get it. I get it.
I just want to talk about how Kyle Trask looked fantastic the other night. Who
He
did
did.
Who did the Bucks play?
Aaron Rodgers, New York Jets, although he didn't play.
Correct.
Trask
But
looked good. I was impressed. Okay, I'm not going to say he's going to win the starting job, but he was poised. He actually could move around, unlike our man Tom Brady. No knock on Tom. He's great, but
Trask
new
better than
era.
yes.
you heard it here first. Craig Candido says that Kyle Trask is better than Tom Brady.
He will be better than Tom Brady in the 2023 season. That is correct. He'll throw for more yards than Tom Brady in the 2023 season.
So here are some stats. Kyle Trask was 6 for 10, 99 yards. Well, one interception. I didn't know that, but 3 sacks, 17 yards. So your offensive line might need to kick it up a notch. But so, which those are not terrible stats for an NFL preseason game. So good job, Kyle Trask. I've been rooting for him ever since he was fourth in the Heisman voting. I'll leave it at that. Just saying. So, and then
Right behind Mac Jones.
yes. So, and then update with the Jacksonville Jaguars. We played who did we play? I don't even keep
We
track.
played the Lions last game.
Yes, and we won what, like 25-7 or something.
25-7. Nathan Rourke absolutely diced up the Lions defense. 10 of 12, 83% completion percentage, 121 passing yards.
Yeah, those are good stats. And
He's done very well this preseason for
yeah,
a third string quarterback.
his highlight reel looks very good. Like
Yes.
he looks like Pat Mahomes.
I'll be completely honest with you, and maybe you need to help our listeners as well, but I have no idea who that is.
That is the backup quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Nathan Rourke.
Third string quarterback.
Oh, third string. I apologize. He went to where, you might ask? No, not Miami of Ohio, but Ohio University.
Okay.
Not Ohio State.
Not Ohio State.
Bobcat.
And before that, he went to Fort Scott Community College.
Wow.
Oh man. Yeah.
Was he roommates with Austin on there?
Oh yeah, he might have been. Man, but he was cutting up a rug during the during the Cowboys game too, right? Didn't he play during the Cowboys game?
That was a great play.
So, anyways, you can go watch the highlights of that yourselves. So, in other news, Jim Harbaugh gets a 3-game suspension. I mean, he fought it for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But in the end, it didn't fight off the NCAA.
Well, it's self-imposed by Michigan, technically.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we know how that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
It won't affect anything. Michigan plays, I don't know, East Carolina. They play like Directional State University the first 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they could probably beat those three teams that they're going to play without any coaches on the sideline.
Yeah, have JJ McCarthy call the plays.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So, anyways, we'll see how that plays out. Other than that, we are definitely ready for football season to start.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need some college football. First game is Navy versus Notre Dame. Craig's Navy midshipman taking on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Rudy.
Watch out. Yep. It's in Ireland too, so it could be luck of the Irish. Could be working
It's home
against the
field
Irish
advantage
maybe.
right there for Notre Dame.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess. No big expectations for Navy this year, but maybe they can give the Irish a good game. Notre Dame's always due for a letdown. I don't know if you guys remember. I think the game that was in Ireland last year, was it not Nebraska and Northwestern?
Correct.
Yes.
And Northwestern, I remember on this show, we all were saying Northwestern was going to get beat. Nebraska, Scott Frost, all that. And Northwestern got the win. So the football bounced a little bit weird when it's in Ireland.
It showed.
Yeah. And Georgia Tech when they played Boston College in Ireland. Didn't you guys beat Boston College?
We did. We beat them 17-14 in a misty, cool game there in Dublin.
Yes. A little bit of background on Craig's coaching career right there. So special tidbit. Anyways.
Actually, I'll pull Oscar Martinez. Actually, okay, that was 2016. And little fun fact that nobody knew, yes, coaching, assistant director of football operations. When Boston College was coming back to possibly win the game against us, I was actually setting up the locker room with boxed lunches. So there you go.
All right.
That's nice, Craig.
Oh, there you go.
Juicy inside scoop right there.
Yes.
Humble beginnings, man. It wasn't always the glory days.
Yep. Yeah, good. All right. I predict we don't need to do score predictions for this particular game, but I'm gonna say like 35-7 or something like that. Like, I don't think it'll be too terrible because Navy, they have that new DC as their head coach now. So I think they'll be better, I guess. So 35-7, that's my just throwing it out, So let's see.
Hold on. Can I not so fast, my friend?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Do you remember last year?
No.
Notre Dame 35, Navy 32.
Yes.
So
I do remember that.
Don't count out the midshipmen.
I guess. I love Navy as much as anyone else, but I'm just trying to state facts. All right. So next we will go on to the AP Top 25, which was released this past week. So no need to comment, I think, too far on any of these. We'll just run them down a little bit and see what we think, make some comments in between. So let us get right on to that.
All right, I'm going to start here. So we have the preseason top 25, number 1, Georgia, 2, Michigan, 3, Ohio State, 4, Alabama, Roll Tide, number 5, LSU, 6, USC, 7, Penn State, 8, FSU, number 9, Clemson.
All right, round out the top 10, Washington, number 11, Texas, 12, Big Orange, Rocky Top, Tennessee, 13, Notre Dame. They'll drop out after they go 0-1. Number 14, Utah. We'll say they'll drop out after they go 0-1.
Oh, that's
15, right. 15, Oregon. 16, Kansas State. 17, Dream Team, Cinderella from last year, TCU. And then number 18, Oregon State. Go Beavs.
Good deal. And Oregon State coming off that bowl win blowout over Florida, 30-3. I still remember the score. It's ingrained in my brain.
Ouch.
And then the last 7 here, we got 19 Wisconsin, 20 Oklahoma. They'll drop out after they go on 1. And then number 21 North Carolina, overrated. Number 22, Ole Miss, 23, A&M, 24, Tulane, and 25, Iowa Hawkeyes.
I bet you Iowa will not remain in the top 25.
Yeah.
Y'all don't get that? Y'all don't get that joke? They had players bet on the games last year. Ha ha ha.
Oh, yeah. It was a smart bet, though, because the dude bet like the under for receiving yards, and he was a receiver.
Oh, that's bad. So just real quick, starting with Craig. Do we have any like standout teams in this top 25, or maybe overrated, underrated, something like that?
Yeah. You know, honestly, when I was looking through this, one of the ones that stands out to me is number 7, Penn State, as overrated, possibly.
Hmm.
You know, I'm not real familiar with their team yet this year. Good conference, Big Ten. Obviously, they only lost 2 games last year, so I can see where it is, but I don't know. I feel like Penn State under James Franklin is underwhelming at times, so that would be my overrated. I don't think they're a top 7 team. And then you go back to underrated. I don't know. I don't see. Do I see my guy in the top 25, Mike Gundy? My
Hmm.
pick last year is Oklahoma State in the top 25.
No, they're not.
Very nice.
Good. I just had to throw that out there because that was one of the
Hmm.
biggest terrible picks from last year that I said they were going to make the college football playoffs. So to be
They
quite honest with you, go ahead.
they did not even receive votes.
Okay.
Oof.
So that's understandable. I know they've had a lot of transfers leaving there and things like that. So if I'm being completely honest right now, the only team that I think is overrated as well as Penn State is Spectrum, my internet, because it's not working right now, so I can't see the rest of the top 25. So I don't know. I don't really have an underrated team right now because I can't pull up the top 25. So Spectrum Services is definitely overrated. So when it comes back up, I'll let you know who my underrated team is.
Good deal. All right, Noah, you got one or two that stand out to you?
Um, I think LSU, in my opinion, is just a tad bit high. I mean, their whole secondary is basically just all freshmen, which
Hmm.
if they turn out to be, I guess, really good transfers or really good freshman new additions, I guess I can see number 5, but I don't know. There's just too many portal additions and for them to be that high, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think that I don't know. Honestly, to me, everyone's kind of fairly ranked. I guess North Carolina's a little high, just because besides Drake May, who else do they have? Their defense is pretty terrible, and they
Yeah.
might get worse from what they were last year. So
Good
I guess
point.
that's it.
I got a couple. Be wary of Big 12 teams, Kansas State and TCU. They're losing like everybody. I don't really know why Kansas State is that high up. TCU, I guess, but even still, I'm pretty skeptical. Also, keep an eye out for Wisconsin. First year under Luke Fickle. I think that's going to be a great team, but at this rate, what do we know about them to put them at number 19? I think that's a little bit questionable. Other than that, I do like FSU at 8. I think that's a little bit high for where they are. I would like them to prove themselves if I was a voter before I put them that high. So maybe like 12, just a couple spots lower for me for FSU. So that's all I got.
Me
All right, I
personally,
can.
I would flip flop FSU and Washington. I think Washington's a little more proven.
You think Washington's going to be good this year?
I think Washington's going to be very good this year.
Is Michael Penix Jr. back?
He is back, and they have one of the best wide receivers with Rome Odunes. I think that's how you say his last name.
Okay. Okay. We'll see how that turns out then.
All
I think
right.
Washington will be solid.
I'm back up. All right. Underrated. This is going to be a laugher, but I'm going to go Texas A&M. 23. Jimbo Fisher is bound to have a good year here or there. Bobby Petrino as your offensive coordinator, what could go wrong, right? So I think
Hopefully
they
he doesn't
might.
get on any more motorcycles.
Yeah. But they've got enough talent to be well inside the top 20. We'll just see how they can manage that circus this year.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for sure. Let's see. All right, so we covered top 25 preseason. So let us head on to a little bit of conference realignment, just covering some basics here, maybe see what we think. And as I see, we have 10 minutes left on the meeting. We will get through this quick, and then maybe we'll do like a couple just pregame predictions or whatever, just for fun. So let's go by conference. So ACC. Nothing has changed in the SEC, but there is one team that wants out of the ACC. Does anyone know who that is?
Florida State.
Florida State, yeah.
Yes, Florida State Seminoles are looking to get out of the ACC. Rumor has it they would love to join the SEC. Please no.
Yeah, bring them on. Oh,
Well, yeah, maybe they'd lose more games.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, no,
true.
FSU's getting good, so I would be a little bit scared to have them in the SEC. All right, next, Big Ten. Big Ten, that's the first conference realignment news, starting with USC, UCLA earlier this year, and then Oregon and
Crazy.
Washington quickly to follow. The Pac-12 dismantling. Quite unfortunate.
Pac-4.
Pac-4, yep. And then starting.
Can they still be considered a Power 5 conference if they don't even have 5 teams in their conference?
Yeah, I know. And then starting this year, all those additions will start the year after this coming season. But starting this year, BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, and the UCF Knights will be in the Big 12, playing all those teams: Iowa State, Kansas State, etc. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting, I guess. By the way, Cincinnati's not going to be good this year.
No.
6 wins at best.
Perhaps.
We'll see.
That's my prediction. And then as of right now, the Pac-12 is at Cal, Oregon State, Stanford, and Washington State.
Gosh.
And Stanford and Cal got turned down by the ACC.
Sad.
So, yeah. And Oregon State, aren't they going somewhere?
I haven't seen that one.
I feel like I've heard that they're trying to go Big 12.
I mean, they're a solid team still.
Yeah,
I'm sure someone wouldn't mind picking them up.
Yeah, I think that would be a fun addition. So, and then of course, as we know, starting in 2024, season after next, Oklahoma and Texas will be in the SEC. So, oh hey, and look, also some newcomers into the American Athletic Conference: Charlotte, FAU, UNT, Austin and on, Rice, don't lose to food, UAB, and UTSA will all be joining the AAC.
I love it. What a weak conference. Maybe Navy can actually have a shot.
I'm not gonna lie, half of those teams I thought were already in the American. So
I don't keep track of that stuff.
Yeah, Conference USA, American Athletic Conference, they're one and the same.
Well, speaking of Conference USA, we have some new additions: Jacksonville State, Liberty, New Mexico State,
not that Jackson,
and Sam Houston.
Wow.
So, yay.
All right. Not that Jacksonville. The other Jacksonville.
Yes, Jacksonville, Alabama.
Yeah.
So, who beat FSU a couple years ago, just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Florida fan with the FSU hate. So, yeah, real quick before we sign off for the episode. Great episode, guys. Faced with many technological issues behind the scenes, guys.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, we powered through, though.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's just go real quick. Just say who you want to win. No point spread or anything. We'll go Craig, Noah, and then me. Navy, Notre Dame. Notre Dame favored by 20.
Who we want to win or who we think's going to win?
Who will win?
Who will win? Okay, because those can be different for those two categories. But man, 20.5 points. Yep, good. Let's go. Go Navy in Ireland. Beat Notre Dame.
Shock the world. I'm gonna go Notre Dame. I think they will cover pretty easily with Sam Hartman as their quarterback.
Go mids always. But
yes.
I want Navy to win.
Yeah, of course. America wants Navy to win. Well, except Notre Dame fans. But so that'll be that. But I got Notre Dame. All right. Florida versus number 14, Utah. Utah's favored at 6. Careful.
Yeah. I got to go with, sadly, I have to pick Utah. I just think it's going to be too much to go out west, beat Utah on a Thursday, first game of the year after last year. They've got a bad taste in their mouth, and they're going to probably be ready to play and beat Florida just by a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think Utah will win by 10 points just because it's at Utah and I don't know, they're just the more maybe not the more talented team, but they're more of a complete team, and they kind of have all their stuff together more than Florida.
That's a very good point.
I think Florida will get better as the year goes on for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Versus last year where they didn't quite get better as the year went on.
No, they got worse.
Yeah, that's a good point. Of course, I got Florida. I think it'll be a close game. QB situation at Utah is uncertain. I mean, as was ours up until a couple weeks ago, so I can't really be talking, but we'll see who starts. I got Florida, close game, but I can see Utah winning. Just looking at the schedule here, not much else really going on outside of those games. North Carolina, South Carolina. I got South Carolina.
North Carolina, South Carolina. Yeah, I got to go with the Gamecocks. Shane Beamer wins Twitter every day, so they'll probably win the first one.
I agree. I think South Carolina will win the game.
And then finally, the good game, LSU and FSU, battle of the top 10s. LSU's favored by 2.5.
I don't know how they can top the entertainment factor of last year's game because that was quite entertaining.
Oh, yeah, that was a great game.
This one's in Orlando, isn't it? I believe. Somebody told me that. I didn't. Yeah, so
we should all take a trip down there.
That would be fun. That would be a great environment. But, I think LSU is going to get them this year. I'm not sold on LSU right now, but I also think that they're probably the more talented team overall. So if they can get their act together early, then they will beat Florida State in a very close one.
It pains me to say this, but I agree because I really don't like LSU, especially after that heartbreaking game last year. But yeah, I just think LSU is more talented than FSU is, and LSU is pretty angry about what happened last year. So got LSU to win.
Cool, good deal. Yeah, I do not know, honestly. I mean, it's technically a home game for FSU. If it's in Orlando, then it definitely is. I don't know. Jordan Travis is still there. I think the Noles will come out swinging, but at the same time, what's his name? Jaden Daniels, whatever it is. He's also still there, and LSU has a lot of great returning players. So I'm really interested to see how the game plays out. I really don't have a pick. I just dislike both teams so much. I do not like either of them. It's just bad. So for the sake of sonority, I'll go LSU. So
yeah, I'll make a bold projection though. I don't think it'll be as entertaining as the one last year.
Yeah, that is a good take. That's a hot take.
I think it'll be a low-scoring game.
Really? Yeah, I can see that.
Jared Verse lining up on the edge, and then you have Harold Perkins for LSU lining up too.
Watch out for that
stacks. That's my projection.
Watch out for that tight end for FSU. I forgot his name. Or the wide receiver.
You're talking about isn't it like 6'8", like 300 pounds?
Wait, who?
Johnny Wilson?
Yes, Johnny Wilson.
Keon Coleman. Well, they're both good.
Yes, exactly.
Coleman transfer from Michigan State.
Yes, so that should be a great game. But anyways, we have less than a minute left on the timer, so we are very happy to be back to college football, welcoming you to the second season of Eat More Football, and keep us, in the loop. Like message us. We are very much available for questions. Submit the questions for our question segment, and we will get to answering those. So, as always, we will see everyone in the next episode.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Eat More Football, and then send us any of your questions regarding the show or college football or any sport in general, and we'll answer it in our What's Cooking section at eatmorefb@gmail.com. That's Instagram and Twitter at Eat More Football, and then our email is eatmorefb@gmail.com. See you next time.